What's up, guys? Welcome back to another banger of an episode. Don't be sour, here with my beautiful fiance, my amazing dog, and Joe.
Nice.
Joe's cool too.
What's up, guys? How are you? How are both of you?
I'm a little sleepy today.
I'm getting fucked by pollen at the moment, so
But you like that, don't you?
I don't know. But if you hear me, like, I feel like I got
Yeah, but you're good?
tree stuff in my mouth. What?
But you're good?
Yeah. We went out last night. We had a great time.
We did have a good time.
We had a good time.
What normally happens after someone says, like, how are you?
We just talk
Good,
about
how are
what's
you?
the, like,
There you go.
Yeah.
I am doing...
Oh, you wanted someone to ask you?
I am doing okay. It's always...
Why just okay?
It's always Max, come up with the topics, Max, be funny. You know, it's never Max, how are you feeling?
Okay.
I literally asked you how you were feeling in the car this morning.
I'm gonna tell you how I'm feeling. I'm having a little internal pain in my, like when I take a deep breath and go, like right under my rib cage, like right in
Where the hole is?
No, this is like under
This
my
is
rib.
unrelated.
This is unrelated. It's like I get like a tightness, like
Have you checked WebMD?
it's like a pain.
I told
Probably
him
gonna die.
don't say that. I told him it's because he's overcompensating for like where his hernia surgery was. So his like
It was like a
core-
bubble.
It's just like a pain, like
It's
a
just
sharp
like a
pain.
Bubble. If you breathe in deep, does it go away?
If I breathe in deep, that's when the pain happens.
But if you like go extra deep, keep going, fight through it.
I mean, I don't know.
Because sometimes I get like random pains in my chest, but if you like breathe really deep, it'll go away.
Okay, well, what I was alluding to is how long do you have a random like pain or something different in your body before you go, I should get this checked out?
A few days.
Like consistent pain? Yeah, a couple days.
I mean,
I'd say
I'm
like after 72 hours.
72 hours?
Yeah.
Professional.
I'd say a week.
If it's like unbearable pain for 72
No,
hours.
I'm
yeah,
not.
you
I'm talking about unbearable pain. I'm talking about like,
yeah, I'd say a week. It's
Okay.
not anything bad. I have random pains in my chest. Once a week, I'm like, this is it. This is the end. I'll be on my computer typing. I get like a random pain in my chest. I'm like, today's the day.
I think if this is still like this on Monday, I'm gonna go to the doctor. But then even doctors, they're just gonna be like, well, like
Take it easy.
yeah, what are you gonna like?
They're
Unless I
gonna
go
do
get
testing, and then they're gonna do the little.
what's the testing?
They're gonna scan you.
With what?
Scanner.
CAT scan.
What?
CT scan.
It's going to cost you $4,000 to get that checked out, dude.
Every time I go to the doctor, I don't have a primary care. I just go straight to the one of those emergency care
Same,
places.
yeah.
And then I we have insurance obviously through like sour strips and everything, but I always lose the card and I never know the information and then they have to call. And 9 times out of 10, I just go, I'll pay out of pocket because I don't want to deal with this. And I just want everything to happen faster.
He doesn't let me do things for
Max
him.
is rich as fuck.
It's a $50 copay or it's
Not
like,
if you don't have insurance.
it's like $100 or something.
Nah, it's more than that.
He just-
Like how Max is like, I don't have time to wait for this. I'll pay $8,000. Just put me in right now. That's fine.
It's hurting, dude.
Time is money, dude.
Well, what else is new? Joe and I swapped cars last night because his valet stole my Jeep. So this morning, I got to drive a Ford Raptor R home last night,
Yeah,
and you got to drive a Jeep.
I did. I didn't get to. I had to drive the
Okay,
Jeep.
first-
I did not choose to drive the Jeep.
First, Taylor,
Yeah.
what did you think of riding in the truck? If you were to imagine if that was like Truck Max, how it,
I mean, I felt safer in it for sure, and it was really fast, like fast as shit. We were going 120 all the way home, just so you know. There might be a couple dents in the car.
Why would you do that?
I hit 120 as soon as I left your apartment.
It's a fast truck.
No, it was cool, but I think I like the Jeep better.
Oof.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Now, Joe, what are your thoughts as you
You
drove?
want me to like rip it apart? Or you just want me to tell you like a high level? I thought on the way over here, I'm like looking at everything. I'm like, this
he's
is
like,
terrible.
how do I shred this?
My car is
to
so
pieces?"
much more luxurious on the
No.
inside.
It's
Yeah,
not.
you don't
Your back windows don't even have auto down, you peasant.
and you don't have
Your
massaging
Jeep
seats.
looks nice.
Wait, hold on. This is a Ford 2023
Yeah.
Ford Raptor R
Yeah.
compared to a 2022
Yeah.
Jeep Grand Cherokee Summit Reserve. Top
All
of the
right,
line.
look, here's the problem. Jeep and Dodge know their audience, right? They just have to make it look nice and actually have to be nice.
What is their audience, Joe?
Anyways, so your Jeep looks nice
Okay.
from 10 feet away. All the buttons are plastic as shit. Everything rattles. The engine sounds like a 1996 Civic. It like rattles and shit. It's really bad. The speakers, at first I was like, oh, look, Macintosh speakers. And then I realized all the grills are plastic and like rattling.
Why does it matter if the...
It's shit. It honestly is just shit. your lumbar and your seat's terrible.
We
The whole
have
way over here,
massaging
it kept
seats.
beeping at me every time I got too close to a car. I'd be like, beep beep, and I'm like, what the fuck?
No,
I
it's
couldn't
when you
figure
put
out
your
how to turn
turn
it off.
signal on.
You can turn
What
it
is
off.
that?
It's if someone's in your blind spot, you put the turn signal on, it goes beep beep beep. Don't go.
That's okay.
Don't go.
It's good for people like me. That's a bad driver.
It saved me like once or twice.
I think the Raptor. I think the inside of my truck is infinitely nicer than
Oh,
the
God,
inside of the
no.
Jeep. Yes,
Definitely
it is.
not.
There's a screen in front of the passenger,
Yeah.
but they didn't line it up with the actual leather. So on the left side, the screen has a bigger gap than the right side. Like, what
Why
are
were
they
you
doing?
all the way on the passenger seat?
I was just looking around, just observing.
Joe
I
just
review
moved his
cars,
neck.
all right?
He's like,
I'm a car reviewer. I look at these things. Back in my day. No, not for me, dude. Honestly, after driving, I'm not even like trying to talk shit. After driving your Jeep, even if they came out with a Trackhawk of that, I wouldn't be interested.
I think you're.
It reminded me of the TRX, where it's like it looks nice,
You
but
wanted
everything
to
just
keep the
feels like
TRX.
shit. Yeah, I know. It's just their interiors aren't. I don't like
Wasn't
it.
there a
I
time
did
where
love.
he said the TRX was better than the Raptor?
I still think it is. I think it is a better truck. But
No,
it's not nicer.
I think the Raptor R is cool.
But-
I feel like that's contradictory.
I do like your heated steering wheel.
I was gonna say
My
that.
new. So wait until I get. You have a heads-up display turned off?
He does.
I hate the heads-up display
Why?
because it's
I
distracting.
thought it was broken. I found night vision on the way. That's cool.
Yeah, no. It's the heads-up display.
I like it. It's
I don't.
cool.
I don't. When I'm looking at the road, I already know the distance my eyes need to travel down
Yeah.
to like the speedometer, and I kind of like looking at the speedometer.
Okay, well-
it's like digital.
At some point in the next week, I get the facelifted Raptor R. That one's going away, and now I get a heads-up display and a heated steering wheel. So now we're equal.
You don't have massaging seats.
No,
Your
they don't do that
car-
in the truck.
Yeah, your car sucks.
I did turn those on too.
Why don't they just like? Why is there a gap between like luxury interior and like off-road? Like what?
I mean, those are the Recaro seats, and the Recaros don't have. I don't know. So if you get an F-150 Platinum, you get massaging seats. So like there are that exact truck with massage seats, just not when you get the Recaros, not when you go to the Raptor.
Like when are we gonna get the inside of like a BMW or a Mercedes E-Class or whatever? I don't know what they call it.
We're getting there.
With a truck though.
I mean, we're there. Like if you look at a brand new F-150 Platinum, like it's there. You have ambient lighting, massage seats.
Do you think that's
everything.
because people with trucks going? If you want some fancy interior, you
No.
better get out.
Bro, if you go look at like 350 diesel, like dualies, new ones, they're decked out now. I think it's just like when you go to the Raptors off-road truck, like they're thinking you're taking it to the desert and shit. You don't need to. I don't know.
I definitely have to drive in that truck. I've never been a car guy, and I've confirmed that I never want to be a car guy. Just driving up high
Yeah,
feels so much better than being down low.
I did. I felt like a beta driving the Jeep. I did not feel cool at
Did a
all.
lot of like high school girls like wave to you like,
Yeah.
hey, we have the same car.
Yeah. Not a fan.
What else is new? Joe's backing out of buying a house.
No.
land or
We're
something?
still going. We're still good.
What are you gonna?
I would say it's a 60-40 right now. By the next podcast, I will have a for sure answer. I know I said that last
He's
time.
he's not buying a house. He's gonna live in Houston for
No.
another
No.
year.
So here's what's happening. Either buy the lot or I'm just gonna buy a house. But no matter what, I'm moving out of Houston. I think I'm done with Houston.
And your
dude.
lease ends in July.
No. It ends in
It's October, right?
November, I think. October, November.
It was 15 months.
Yeah, 14
There's
months.
no way you're
14
gonna.
months
There's
from
no way you're gonna
June.
build a house in like 6 months.
No. I would have to go like move in with y'all or my mom or
Whoa.
something for I think it take
Well,
11 months to build a
good
house. So I'd have like
news.
4 months of
Max did make the door frames bigger for you.
Yeah, I did.
I think I'm done with Houston, dude. Houston's on a downward spiral.
Why?
I don't know. It just is. Crime's up.
I'll tell you what.
Shit's going down. Like crazier and crazier shit has been happening. Even in the 6 months that I moved in, like just from when I moved into now, I've noticed like our buildings going downhill. The homeless is getting way worse outside. There's way more crime.
He's like, it's not
There's-
the hour and 45-minute drive I have to take to work.
I am
every
in
day.
like I don't want to sound like the grumpy old man, but like
You're a curmudgeon.
I live in the most expensive zip code in Houston. Mm-hmm. Right? I'm not saying I have the nicest building, but like that zip code is the most expensive property in Houston. And like twice a week, there's takeovers on Kirby. There's like Hellcats doing donuts in the fucking middle of the thing, and cops won't stop them. And
Explain
I'm
to
like,
Taylor what a takeover is.
I know what it
they
is.
shut down the road so they can spin their fucking Hellcats in circles and take videos.
She didn't know that.
I would see it all the time
It's
in
just
Atlanta.
nuts to see
Where the
that.
players play?
Yeah, where they play.
Yeah, the players are playing in fucking Houston now. It's just nuts to see. Like, there's like $8 million homes, and then they're like shutting the street down and like doing wheelies on dirt bikes and shit in the middle of the street. And it's like, what is happening here?
But that's like what I talked to like Steve about, because Steve's house is near
he
like
gets very upset.
where I work, and I feel like it's I feel like it's always like there's always something going on. Like I literally like it was like a street away from Steve's house, and there was like a literal crackhead like getting arrested. Like
I saw him do the crack.
no, he was like getting laid out in the middle of the road right next to like Steve's street, and I was like, ooh.
Yeah.
Well, at least
This is Houston.
Well, you hear what's happening in New York? The crime.
Girls are getting punched in the face.
I did hear about that.
Girls just getting punched in the head.
Dude, here's
There's
a
been
crazy
like
one.
20 of them.
It's
So
over 30.
The leadership in New York has been claiming that the crime rates are down.
I thought the rats run New York.
Yeah,
They do.
well, they do. So they're claiming that crime rates are down, but they've stopped prosecuting like all crime. So like they're saying crime's down, but they won't prosecute like anything. So that's why it's down. It's not because it's actually down. It's because they're not actually fucking arresting anybody.
So people are running around.
Yeah.
This was a thing a while ago when people would just like,
It's like punch elderly people.
yeah, that was a thing.
Homeless people. Couple people died.
Well, they caught they.
I never punched any elderly people.
I didn't either. They arrested the guy who did it. Like he got arrested.
One guy punched 30 girls.
Yeah. Like so, there's a guy, but he's like, there's
Wait, one guy punched 30 girls?
Yeah, there's.
Joe's like, that's impressive.
It's
Put my
horrible.
numbers up.
I mean, like, but like, so girls just walking down the street,
Like if like so, it's like it was like if you were on your phone or you were not paying attention,
which is everyone.
Yeah, he was going to punch you in the face.
Honestly, maybe he's just trying to teach you a lesson.
So is he
You're walking down the street not paying attention.
That's the thing. That was the thing. He
It's a life lesson.
It is.
He was like, I don't like people. He's running for mayor.
That's
Wait,
not
the
gonna
guy
work
that's
out.
punching people?
All right.
Yeah, he's like mentally deranged. Like he's not okay in the head. He's running for mayor. I'll show you all his TikTok after this, and he like talks about how he wants to like beat up women or like beat up people that aren't
Wait.
paying attention.
So is he only punching women, or
Yeah,
is he
only women. And like he has like his entire TikTok is literally him following women around New York City if they're on their phone, be like, you almost fucking ran into me. Like, are you fucking stupid? Like, pay attention. Like, he's insane.
Bro, New York City is legitimately Gotham. Like, the further we get along in life, the more the New York City is just fucking
the
Batman
fact
Gotham.
that someone can go around and punch more than one person and like
yeah, dude, I could punch at least 5 or 6 before I got caught. Yeah.
But
I don't know if I get 30, but
I'm like how does someone like what are the people around them doing when
nothing.
a random
Have you seen any video online? Bro, anytime anything happens, everyone's just phones.
Yeah.
No one helps at all, dude. Like, literally, I saw a video of like some, like 2 kids jumping an old elderly man and everyone's just filming.
That's so.
No one helps. No one even.
Well,
No one even calls the cops. They just film.
one of the Real Housewives of New York City, Bethany, Skinny Girl products.
Oh.
She got slapped. She got hit
Slapped.
by him.
She got
wait,
punched?
really?
Yeah,
Oof.
she got hit.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I mean, are that well, it's just shit's crazy.
Yeah.
How does okay when you said the crime and stuff, it makes me think of let's go to another kind of place that's setting on fire is like California.
Yeah.
I see videos all the time of looters just like going into
Gucci.
like all the stores and all the
Yeah.
people don't do anything because like the crime was what it's like it no longer like they can't prosecute you, so people are just like stealing from like CVS
Yeah,
and
Max,
stuff.
You're fucking a bigot, all right? Those people are just trying to feed their families with the leather, so you can't do anything about that.
I've heard that.
Yeah, there's actually bread hidden inside of all the Gucci
They're
bags.
feeding, they're
and
feeding
they're
their
feeding
kids
their families.
their loafers.
Yeah. Loafers of bread.
How do people just steal stuff from stores and like they're not getting in trouble?
I don't know.
Well,
What was the
Well, all
idea
right, so
behind the?
It initially was like if they dropped it from a felony. So I think initially the idea was like you have people that are spending years in prison for like petty crime. We need to stop that. It's not fair. Blah blah blah. It also is disproportionately one race gets targeted more than others. Blah blah blah. It goes back and forth. I think they changed the law to try to get around that, but then people figured out like, all right, if I steal less than $1,500 worth of stuff, nothing happens to me.
Are these people? Do they have friends that are criminal lawyers that told them about this loophole?
No, it's
or
on
like
the news and shit. Well, like once you see one person get away with it,
if I saw the news that goes, it is now not a felony, I wouldn't go, oh my gosh, that means I'm gonna go steal some shit. Wouldn't they still be like, I'm still gonna get in trouble?
no.
No.
So, and then I think the cops are kind of instructed like, don't chase.
Yeah.
In California, they're not allowed to chase you anymore. So if you don't have plates on your car or something, and you just take off, like the cops won't chase you. They're not supposed to anymore because they can endanger other people's lives. So like, there's really nothing they can do about it.
That's like when I worked in retail, like I worked at Sephora, and so that's owned by LVMH. You're going to hit me in the face with this. LVMH. And they teach you, like when you work there, like if somebody's stealing stuff, like because people come in and just steal a reckless amount of shit, you can't do anything about it. Like you can't say anything to them. You
It's
can't.
not your place.
Yeah, you can't do anything because they just
Even
let it
Houston
happen.
HPD told, because like when we asked the cop, we like saw a cop and we were like, why don't y'all do anything about like there's 800 dirt bikes doing wheelies up and down 59 shutting the freeway down, like go arrest them. And they're like, we were instructed not to, like we're told not to chase them, like it's not worth the danger that we're putting everyone in.
Well, I think
It's crazy.
Well, I think the problem is that nowadays everyone's so afraid to do anything because they're like,
Yeah.
that person's like, if I try to do anything to subdue a criminal with everything that's going on in the world, that criminal is gonna sue me
Probably.
for like hurting them.
They tried in Pearland, which is in Texas. 3 guys thought it was a good idea to try that at a Home Depot, and they got the shit beat out of them by just customers, not even the Home Depot employees. They like rolled in with like a cart and put like 20 power drills in it and like ran out, and some dudes in the parking lot like for like nah fuck that and like beat the shit out of them, held them down till the cops got there. Yeah, you can't get away with that shit in Texas.
I
At
feel
least
like-
Texas is like, no,
Taylor,
we'll
you
handle
gotta
this.
move your mic.
I feel like Texas is definitely one of the one states that like that shit just is not gonna fly.
Okay,
Fucking
okay.
Austin,
In
it might, but not
certain
here.
areas,
Yeah.
but like Houston, absolutely.
I have okay. This is great. This is on topic. This is a double-decker question for both of you. I watched a fucking terrible movie not too long ago. It was called Your Lucky Day.
Okay.
And it was like it had a great plot. It was like a guy wins a lottery ticket, okay, and he's like, oh my God, I won $100 million. And then there's a younger guy in the store that's like, give me that lottery ticket, right? And then, the movie turns and it's just shit. I want you to watch it because it's so bad. Like the whole movie, I'm just like, this is terrible. Anyway, here's the scenario, and I want to word it in different ways, so don't just jump in here. First we'll go Taylor. Okay, here's the scenario. We are in a convenience store, okay? I'm getting you a pink Gatorade, and I'm getting myself a delicious Ghost Energy, which is actually the sponsor of today's. No, I'm picking up some stuff, maybe some snacks, some sour strips, okay, some pickles. Mm-hmm. What else you want? Some protein bars, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Water.
Yeah, it's on me. Anyway, okay, so we're in the back of the store, okay? So we hear we turn around, and there is a guy holding up the front, the cash register guy, okay? He's got a gun. Would you prefer, his back is to us. Would you expect me as a man, like,
No.
what would you expect, what would you hope that I do in that scenario?
Nothing. I don't know I wouldn't want you to be in the altercation at all.
Would you want me to subdue him? Would you want me to try to fight him?
No,
Why?
because you would hurt yourself.
You won't think I'm a bitch?
No, I don't think you're a bitch by doing that, but I just, like, why would you put yourself in danger? There's other ways you can, like, react to the situation, like calling the cops or doing something, like, on that level rather than, like, putting yourself and us in danger.
Okay. Joe, what would you do?
Joe'd go to his car, get his Glock.
Like, would you jump on the back of someone?
It's situational. Look, if the guy doesn't see me, yeah, I think so. I think I'm going for the gun. Because
The risk to reward.
I know, but like, I don't know that I don't know if this guy's going to kill the guy behind. Like, if this guy shoots the guy behind the counter and I could have stopped it, like, now I got to live with that the rest of my
Yeah.
life. 2, I don't know, like, what's to say this guy's not going to kill that guy, turn around and kill me and my wife. Like, I don't know what's going to happen here. If I go get the gun, at least I can control the situation. If he sees me, like, if someone has a gun pointed at me, I think at that point I'm like, all right. But if I'm like behind him and he doesn't know where I am, or yes, I'm like, can I get out of the store to get my gun? Because like,
And this is why we should start carrying.
yeah. I mean, if I could get to I think I'd have to do something. I don't think I could just stand there and fucking watch. That'd be.
That's a man
That'd be
answer.
rough.
As a woman, I'm like, don't hurt yourself.
Yeah, but like, what if that guy kills the clerk, turns around and kills Max, kills you because y'all saw him?
I'd hide.
I'm just saying, like,
I fit in
I don't think
small
I could put it
spaces.
into like hoping this guy doesn't do anything.
No, I just
I'm also like, never mind.
Do you,
Say
I'm,
it.
I'm itching to use my gun. So
I know
like,
you
any,
are.
Any opportunity that it presents, I'm not.
I feel like
I'm not
everyone.
looking for a reason. I'm looking for opportunity.
I feel like people say that, but I think in the actual scenario, it's like if someone comes up, road rages you, okay, and
I'm
then
not shooting somebody over
but
road rage.
like someone road rage, they get out and they're banging on your window and they're like, put your window down, they're cursing you out. And you're like, I have a gun. Get back. Like, you're not gonna you're not
No.
actually gonna shoot them.
No.
So it's like,
You know what? People
Not like
don't
I'm saying
realize
people
all the
should-
time, but
What?
like you have a hell, like maybe not you because you're just kind of small and dinky, but I have a hell of a weapon in the form of a Raptor. Like, you don't think about that, but like your car is way better than any gun. You can just run somebody over.
Unless they shoot at you.
I am so
Stuck.
terrified of intervening into crime because I need to know, like, can I do this? Am I allowed to punch this guy in the face?
See, we need to get like a lawyer because I don't know. Because remember a while back, there's some crazy shooting that happened in Houston.
I would love to interview a lawyer and go, is it illegal to do this?
That's not a bad idea.
I have a lawyer. She'll do it for you.
But they would think I'm an idiot because I would ask the dumbest questions.
Well, okay, so I drove through this crazy shooting in Houston that happened on the freeway. The cops got in this big shootout. I was on the other side. And after it happened, I had the thought of like where I was. I could see him. So the guy was between two cars shooting at both sides of the cops.
You could have shot him?
Well, that would be my question to a lawyer. Is like, if I would have stopped my car, got my gun, and shot that guy, am I going to jail? Like, if I saved the cops in this situation,
I can't imagine that you would.
I don't know. Like, I don't know. As a bystander, if cops are in a shootout with a guy and there's no civilians around him, and I have an easy shot on him, if I take him out for the cops, am I going to jail?
Here's what would happen. Okay,
I miss
the criminal would be out there, and you'd be like, all right, I'm saving the day. Here we go. Boom. And you would miss and hit an elderly person behind.
There was no one around
On
in
the
this situation.
freeway?
Yeah, they were walking down the freeway.
Okay.
I don't know if that's I don't know if you're allowed to like intervene.
I don't think you are.
Yeah.
But
I feel like the mayor at that point, like, no, you did a good thing.
yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, but
We
you're
need to get a lawyer.
hoping that you get a pardon or like you're.
I don't know. Yeah, see, that's the problem. Yeah, you're right.
But then it's like, think about how many lives you saved.
Maybe. I don't know. I think I would do something in a convenience store. I don't think I could just
I know
sit there and
Joe's
watch.
itching to use his gun because when I got followed, Joe was like, why doesn't this happen to me? He's like, I'm waiting to use this gun. And I was like, God damn it.
You know,
Not for any reason, just for like real reasons.
I actually don't know what I would do in confrontation.
I hate when people get away with shit they shouldn't get away with. So
Me
it pisses
too.
Me off. Like when someone rolls into a convenience store and pistol whips some old man and hits some other lady, I'm like, you're getting shot. And then people will be like,
Happens all the time.
He didn't shoot somebody, doesn't deserve. Like, no, like you did some stupid shit, you're getting shot. I hate that. Because then, like, realistically, he's gonna get arrested. He's gonna get fucking 6 months. He's back on the streets in 6 months. It's like, no.
I have
Darwinism,
a question.
dude.
I have a question.
Okay.
Speaking of like,
Is this a girl question?
yeah, like, but I guess it's just like,
Joe, pay attention to this.
I have like a thought about this, and you guys are both animal lovers. So we were talking about how like you should like have to get like a good sentencing for like your crimes. When it comes to like animal abuse or like dog abuse, don't you think those people should go to jail or prison?
Yeah. We've classified dogs as like I mean, I'm paraphrasing here, but like dogs have been elevated to like they're not just like I can smush a spider and no one's gonna do anything, right?
Yeah.
If I kill a dog, like there's criminals because they've certain animals they've like protected as like not like as humans, but like they're part of our society.
I feel like people who abuse animals should also be.
Yeah, but I don't know where you draw that line.
Or you go to animal jail. And you go with all the bad animals, and then you go to the lions.
It's like Ragnarok with the Hulk. You just bring him in, and you bring him in with a gorilla, and just see what happens.
Just like Ragnarok.
Ragnarok? Yeah, no, I agree. That's cool.
No, I think that's good.
Yeah.
Taylor, would you like to break down the girl question you asked me the other day? This is great about playing video games for the second time. You're gonna love this, Joe. This is a question.
Okay.
So Max and I were talking, and I had a question about video games. And mind you, like,
wait, why did the question come up? Because I remember I said I was gonna play the game a second.
Yeah, he said he was gonna play it a second time, and I was like,
Play what a second time?
For Resident Evil.
Like
second time ever or second time in the same day?
Second time.
Like going through
This is the second time. So if you were to play a game,
like replay it.
Replay a game.
Yeah.
Not like a Fortnite new match.
Yeah.
Like,
here's a question.
I asked Max. I don't know the full question that I fully asked him.
I do if you need help.
But I was like, when you play a video game, is it the same as it is the first time? Like you replaying it? Like, is it the same? Like, say you're playing a final boss and you have to go kill this guy. Is he moving the same exact way that he moved the first time?
No. Well, depends on the game.
I tried explaining it to her. I was like, yes, but I was like when you go into a new room and there's an enemy, that enemy is always going to be in that room when you go in that room.
No, I know he's gonna be in that room.
And I said, when you go into that room, the game has to load that room and load that enemy. The enemy always starts at the same position it's loaded.
Why?
But
that's so boring. Now I know where he's coming from.
Well, all right. Now let's get deep into this.
So hold on. Basically, her argument is that I'll know exactly what that enemy is gonna do. So how is it any fun? Because he's gonna be the exact same. And I'm trying to explain he's not the same, even though he.
You also, I played Halo campaign, like the original Halo campaign, probably 15 times. Like you pick up on
Fucking
different
nerd.
stuff, and you like find different stuff every time you play through.
But
So
like,
it's a little bit different.
Wouldn't it be cooler if he just came out of different areas and you're like, oh shit, like jump scare?
So newer games that are using like better like AI models and shit
Yeah.
are a little bit more fun to play a second time because the enemies are so different.
Yeah.
Older games like in Halo and stuff, they had a very limited like amount of stuff that could happen. So it is basically the same fucking game every time you play through.
That's so boring.
Like
Why would you
newer
wanna do that?
games, like Elden Ring, you could play the same boss 3 times.
That
That's
is-
3 different fights, basically.
That is
Yeah,
the,
but-
the lamest
No, but
name.
the girl brain is not
Well,
understanding.
why are you
this.
replaying it? Like nostalgia, or are you looking for new shit?
No, it's
or
because I
like,
forgot.
Okay,
No, but I'm
that's
trying to
fair.
explain to her why
Yeah.
it's still fun, even though because she's like she thinks the enemies are gonna do the exact same thing.
Well-
So like she thinks like the enemy is gonna come into the room and go punch, and I know that he's gonna do that punch, so I can go like this. But I'm saying what I do in the game changes how
Yeah.
he loads at the same position.
Do you ever watch a movie more than one time?
Yeah, it's my comfort movie.
Okay.
It's different though.
That's even worse, actually. That does the
you actually
exact
know
same
what's
thing.
gonna happen. Yeah.
It's different. You
Or
watch
listen
Dumb
to
and
the same
Dumber
song?
all the time.
Video games are just fun. I like replaying the games. Yeah, each time you're like, oh, I didn't realize that was there, or you find new items or something like that.
Okay. I guess there's just like more to the game than just like being up the boss.
Yeah.
She said when you defeat a game, and she said after you've defeated a game, and I said, did you just say? I was like, you might be the first person that's ever said like
I defeated it.
I defeated the game.
It's girl math.
That is some other girl brain stuff. We were discussing yesterday that I was trying to figure out how often is normal for a girl to buy a new handbag for herself.
Yeah.
I'm not saying like I'm buying Hermes, all this shit,
Yeah.
but let's say just a luxury bag, a couple grand you've saved up.
Couple grand.
Like
Yeah.
let's say a $1,000 to $5,000 bag.
That's a cheap bag.
I'd say that's a cheaper on the luxury bags.
On the luxury end, yeah.
So I was trying to figure out like how often does the average girl who makes money that can afford that?
I would say like
how
in a
often?
certain tax bracket,
Yeah,
I
wait,
said
how much money?
how much are they making?
I'm just
that's
saying
gonna
like
drive
how
the-
often do girls desire to get a new bag?
I mean, they
girls with
desire-
$1 million a year. They're probably doing a lot more often.
Yeah, like if I desire new bags all the time, but it doesn't mean I'm gonna buy the bag.
and then you said the biggest reason you buy these nice bags is because
I want to give them to my daughter later.
How
on.
much here? Let me ask you a question. You make $100,000 a year.
Yeah,
How much money is okay to spend on bags a year?
I wouldn't ever go over 10.
So 10% of your income can go into bags.
How much does your income go into cars?
Oof. More than that.
Joe's like, yeah, when you make $1 billion, it's a little different.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
I'm like, do you want to
You're
go?
a founder.
I'm like, you invest in cars.
Yeah, but cars are
and
different.
stocks, and then I invest.
Cars are different.
No, because you sell it and you don't make any money back
I'd
off
make
of
some
it.
money on them.
Barely.
Barely.
She was trying to say that she buys bags because they're
And-
investments,
yeah.
and I try to say, I feel like the argument of these are investments, similar to a lot of people say this with watches.
It's an investment.
No.
But no one like
No.
you're never selling these bags.
I
You're
could.
never
but that's
selling
different.
these watches.
It depends on the watch, but that's different.
what.
Because the watch is made out of gold, which is literally a fucking investment. Your a leather bag ain't going up in
An
value.
investment
Yes,
is
it is.
only something.
Chanel bag.
Maybe some of them, but not all
a
of
Chanel
them. Gold
bag
is gold.
Has doubled its price since like 2007.
Yeah, you fucking idiot.
I'm not. Some of them will. Some cars go up too. I'm just saying gold, like a gold
No, gold,
Rolex,
yes.
is
Yes,
worth its weight in gold.
understandable.
This is a different investment.
But I told Max, I was like, I want to be able to give my daughter all the things that like my mother gave to me.
Well, that's not an investment.
It is an
Well, I
investment.
guess in her future, maybe.
It is. It's in her future.
I think
It'd be
investments
real
are
awkward when y'all
things-
just have boys.
I'm not
They're
gonna
gonna have a bunch of bags.
I'll have it. They're
Like,
for
look what
their.
my mom gave me.
It's for their
I feel like
girlfriends.
I feel like investments are only things that like you sell them at some point.
Are you selling any of your stocks?
Yeah, you just got a point there.
Well, if I sold it, I take a loss.
Yeah,
so
if you go up and down on the stock 20 times, eventually it might be an
So-
investment.
So are we wrong? Dude's pissed at both of y'all. He's like, don't make fun of my mom.
okay. Here's another girl math situation.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna paint the picture of what this is, and then you can
I feel
chime
like
in.
you're gonna roast me right
No.
now.
Okay, Joe. When you have the thermostat on on
what you told me about the other day.
on hot cold, right?
Yeah.
So
heating and cooling at the same time.
fluctuates.
It's called
Okay.
auto.
Okay.
Auto mode. Yeah.
So Taylor, if I'm like, I want the room at 68 degrees, okay?
Yeah.
I put it on 68, but she sees the heat number down at like 63.
Yeah.
Which would mean what?
If it gets under 63, the heat's going to kick on.
No, I know that. I know this. But I want it hotter in the house because you keep it at a frigid temperature.
No. So what I'll do is she will put the low number at 68 and
Yes.
like the number at 72.
You can't do that.
Why?
And,
'Cause
and,
the heat's going to kick on all fucking day.
that's what I'm
That's what
saying.
I want though, because I'm cold.
You can't turn the heat on when it's hot outside.
It's not hot outside.
I tried to explain to her
It's
that
too hot for the heat.
It's not that hot. I keep it at 68 and 72. I
you
don't want
can't
it to go
put the
below.
heat over 65.
I don't want it to go
Ever.
below 68. That's why I
Yeah,
do
but-
it.
Yeah,
But-
but naturally it won't.
but it
If you
won't
put the
ever
AC
get
on
to
70, it'll stay above.
Except when it's
68.
49 degrees
Yeah,
outside.
but that's different.
Yesterday morning, 49
It
degrees.
was not 49 yesterday
Yes, it-
morning.
2 days ago, was it not 49 degrees? How
Maybe.
cold? It was 51
Might not
yesterday.
have been.
It was 51 because what I ask you when I get out of bed, when we go on our walk in the morning, I say, hey, Google, what's the temperature outside? It's currently 51 degrees in Sugar Land, Texas today.
I don't think there can be a. Do you think there can be compromise on thermostat temperatures in a
I
house?
saw a GIF or meme, a thing about this yesterday.
'Cause-
There can be, but it's in the middle, and that's the problem.
See, I basically told Taylor, I was like, listen,
Yeah, I'm not.
I'm stuck in my ways, and there's enough flexibility.
Well, here's the deal. She can like wear a blanket or something. I can't wear coolness.
Didn't, I mean, you could.
No, I'm saying like I can be in boxers and a t-shirt, and that's as cold as I'm gonna get. So like if I want it to be cold and you want warm,
But
you could
he's
just wear a
not
jacket.
home
But I
half-
can't go like I can't walk around with fans.
He's not home half the time.
Okay, but when he gets home,
I want it
Then
to be
it's fine.
at my
Then
temperature.
it's whatever he wants because I can use him as body
yeah,
heat.
honestly, sometimes I get if I get to my apartment, open the door and it's hot, I'm pissed. Nothing's
You're
worse
pissed
than
about
like,
everything,
I know,
though.
but nothing's worse than like getting home late of like long day and then it's hot in your apartment.
Hey,
Happens sometimes.
here's a random question I thought of.
What?
If a guy was me, if I was ever saying, you know what, sweetie, here's my credit card, go buy an outfit for we're going to see, I don't know, a show or something.
Taylor Swift.
Sure. If I said go buy an outfit, and that's all I said. I said go buy an outfit. Here's a card. In your brain, how much do you automatically think of like I can't spend over this? Like I haven't given you any numbers. Like,
I probably wouldn't use your card.
what if I said go buy
Yeah,
an
I
outfit?
probably wouldn't use it.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I feel bad using your money.
But I said go buy an outfit.
I know, but I still feel bad.
I feel like no matter what
that's your
amount it is,
money.
it's on you. If you don't set a budget, you can't get mad when they.
No, I mean, if I had to spend money and like I was like, even when we buy groceries and I use your card, I feel bad hitting $100.
You know?
And that's just even groceries. And they're not even for me most of the time. They're
Okay.
mostly for you.
Here's the scenario. You are going to use my card.
For what? Clothes?
In girl brain, what number do you pull out of your head of like this is fine to use, and why is that number?
If I had to.
What math do you do in your head to get to like I can spend $100, $500,
I'd probably just
$1,000?
I'd probably just say like 150.
And how'd you get to that number?
Just because it's like it's not that much money. It is a lot of money, but it's just like it's not like buying anything crazy.
Okay, now on the flip side, Joe, if you gave a girl your card and said go buy an outfit, what number would you be like?
For a special occasion.
Yeah.
Like go pick out an outfit
How
for
did I
Valentine's
word it?
dinner.
Is it like a treat yourself, get yourself an outfit, or is
Yeah.
it like a here?
Yeah,
$1,000.
that was in my head.
Oh, so I'm on the way low end. Damn. Okay.
I would be impressed if you showed up with $100. I'd be like, good for you.
Like my
Really
outfit
good.
yesterday was
Yeah.
$100.
Now here's the question: when they wore the
Super
outfit,
cute.
when they
Cutesy
wear the
outfit.
outfit that night, okay?
Yeah.
The next at any point, are you checking your statement to see how much it was?
I'd probably wait a little while. It's not gonna show up for a couple days. Neither can I do anything about
But
it. I would be curious.
would
yeah.
you?
Yeah, I think I would be a little curious.
Okay, and what if
How much would you want me to spend?
I think the $1,000?
Do you say something if it's more?
That's the thing.
If you get hit with a notification,
It was $5,000.
Yeah, are you like, what the fuck? Are you
That's
like,
I would
okay.
think that's wild spending that kind of money.
I would. It's my fault if I didn't tell you. Like, I feel like I'm to blame here.
Yeah,
the thing is, I would want you to go shopping with me.
okay, but I would. But okay, I want to go down this rabbit hole.
Yeah.
You give your wife a card and you say, treat yourself to a nice outfit for Valentine's Day tonight or so, whatever. It doesn't matter.
Your
Something it's like a
anniversary,
nice, yeah. She and you in your head, because you know you're a billionaire, you're thinking $1,000. Okay, you check your credit card, it's $6,000. Now you're like, okay, I kind of fucked up, or I should have gotten more. Now, are you going to adjust the way you say it next time to have a limit, or are you going to sit down and go, hey, look, this is fine. Okay, it was my fault, but next time, didn't you set a limit, or do you just like what do you do?
Because I think next time I'd probably just say it. I don't think we're not having a sit down conversation.
He's like,
about
there
this.
won't be a next.
So next time you go buy an outfit for under $1,000. How do you?
Maybe I just don't do it again.
I just also
just don't.
That's what I said.
Next time I'll go with. I'll be like, oh, let's go.
But that's the thing is like I just like I couldn't fathom spending that like somebody else's money like that and that much money.
But also, like, I feel like you're not going to say no. So I know you wouldn't, but like if y'all went to like we were at the Galleria, right? Uh-huh. If she would have been like, Max, I love like there's a $7,000 bag and I really, really want that bag. Like you're not going to be like, no.
What?
Like I think if I was
Yes,
with my
he
wife
was.
and they were like, I want more than anything in that like the world, I want that bag and I can afford it. Like
you would just buy
We
it.
went into Bottega.
Yeah. I think if they really wanted it, like
We
there's
went
a
into
difference between like,
Bottega.
oh, that's cute, and like I've never wanted anything more in my life. Like, can I please get that? Like, yeah, okay.
You're acting like it's like they really, really want this like really special thing, but you're talking about a luxury handbag.
Whatever.
It
I'm
is
just
a
saying.
special
I guess I'm
thing.
saying like I don't think I could say no if I could afford it. I don't think I would just be like no.
Wait, so you're saying that if
We
your
went-
wife just said, "Oh my God, I really want this thing," you would just buy it for them?
If they really wanted it, yeah.
Yeah. I can't argue.
What?
You know, okay.
He's like,
I would assume they would do
he's
the
like,
same
Joe,
for
you're creating
me.
a
You know, I
monster.
think
Yeah.
we're going down this
Yeah.
rabbit hole topic, but I think this is good because this is a very people have a lot of thoughts on this. One thing I struggled with because I haven't had a girlfriend
Ever.
since 2012.
Yeah.
Okay, and when I had a girlfriend, I was making like $10 an hour working, and over my life I've worked hard, right?
Making $12 now.
Yeah. So, but like I could never wrap my head around a while ago when I wasn't making money of like buying, when I would see people buying like random luxury items just outside of like anniversaries, holidays, and I could never wrap my head around it. How do you how do you just buy gifts? Like when you're saying that you would just buy a random handbag,
If they really wanted it.
but it's not their birthday.
No, but
It's
If
just
they really,
tr-
of
it's
course
just-
they really want it, Joe.
It's
No,
just
but there's a
treating them
difference.
like with like when I go shopping and I buy you clothes, like it's just like, oh, I just thought of you. Like I
This is
wanted
an
to get you-
$8,000 handbag.
I'm not saying $8,000.
I'm not saying this would be a
handbag.
normal thing.
No, it's not a normal.
I'm just saying like
thing.
every once in a while.
What is that? What is in guy brain?
See, I'm actually not a big like Christmas and birthday person. Like I
You're
don't
not.
think.
You're not a big gift giver.
Yeah, well, no, like I would almost rather get someone something randomly and like surprise them, make them feel good, than like
still have to
you
do the
expected
holidays,
a $8,000 gift on your birthday. Like no, fuck that.
But I don't.
I think birthdays and Christmas are like something small and a dinner, and then I'd rather like save the big gift for like a random fucking Tuesday.
I never expected like a big gift. Like I don't ever expect that from you. Like my favorite gifts you've ever given me, you've given me a lot, but like
I've done well
you've crushed the gift game.
every gift
Here's
game.
something
And
that
I got gifts for your birthday and I already have them locked in my head. And
My
I'm
favorite gift that you've ever given me is
I know what
like,
it is. Oh, what is it?
What do you think it is?
I was gonna.
Just a little tiny wiener.
I fucking can't
Putting in
stand
work.
y'all. No, like my favorite gifts you've given me are like the sentimental ones, like the ones that are like meaningful to me. Like that photo, I cried when you gave me that photo on Christmas, and to go see my billboard. That was like a big deal. Like that was one of the nicest things somebody could have ever done.
Here's one that I don't think girls. I'm not saying y'all or other girls. I'm just saying I don't think girls realize.
Y'all, is Max a girl?
When I'm going on dates and stuff nowadays, with inflation and the prices of stuff, dinner for me and a girl is anywhere between $100 to $180. No matter, even if I go to like a cheap Mexican restaurant, it is $75 with a tip. Like no matter what, it's $100. If we're going out like 3 or 4 times a week, I'm just like, that's something like I'm spending like probably $1,500 a month on food for this person, and I feel like then they're like, oh, I don't get a gift. Like no, I feel like that
wild.
should kind of count into like.
But I don't
think
ever
people don't expect like they're getting their meals paid for as like, oh, you're doing something for me. But it legitimately, like, I bet you spend $1,000 a month on Taylor eating out at restaurants.
Yeah.
I bet I spend $1,000 a month on Taylor eating at restaurants because I end up with half the fucking bill. I'm just saying, like, people don't ever think about, because then it's like, oh, we don't ever do anything special. And it's like, well, fuck you, paying like $400 this week to get you food at nice restaurants.
But
That's special.
I don't think that way, though.
I'm not saying you do. I'm saying I feel like a lot of girls would look at, like,
I think
I've gone on
this
dates before where like
generation,
they're like, oh, like you didn't get me a gift for Valentine's Day. It's like, well, no, but the fucking dinner was $700.
You don't
like,
get girls gifts on Valentine's Day? You got to get a girl
Not
gift.
if we're going to $700 dinner.
Nah,
That is the gift.
Dinner is just dinner doesn't count, dude.
I'd gift them with my presents.
Dinner, the meal isn't.
It depends on the meal.
It doesn't. It's not part of the.
The $3,000 meal
I
is
still
definitely
think
part of
it
the
is.
gift.
I don't think the dinner's part of. I think the dinner's assumed. I think the.
I'm just looking
No.
at value here.
Because I wouldn't ever.
When you go to buy $200 flowers, you don't factor that into like
No.
I'm getting the gift.
And I think maybe that's my problem is like, I think like the gift has to be something extravagant. I guess it could just be like flowers or something.
Yeah.
What I always is do you? I try my best to make sure that you don't. Okay, you know like when deer comes to your backyard and you feed the deer and then the deer just keeps coming back because they're like, oh, I get food, I keep coming back. I always worried about that of like if ever I buy like a nice gift, I'm like,
Think I'm a deer.
no, I'm just trying to use an analogy.
You've not fed you once, never left.
No, I'm
Just
saying
keeps coming back.
It's kind of like every morning when I wake up, my alarm. Okay, I wake up and I go, how much money to lose in the stock market? No, and then I lean over and I give Taylor a big old smooch on somewhere on her body, whatever I can reach to. But if I ever don't, but now that I do that, if I don't do that, it's like, why didn't you give me that kiss? Right?
Yeah.
Max.
fed the deer.
I've metaphorically
You fed the deer.
Metaphorically,
Yeah.
Okay, but I fucking love that deer.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm your favorite deer.
but so
if that's all I'm asking for from you,
no.
you're
that's
fucking.
fine.
You're free.
There's a point to this, and hopefully no one like overthinks these
Yeah,
things. But whenever I was like the first time I think I ever like got you like a nice gift, which maybe like the Cartier bracelet, right?
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, I really want to get Taylor this gift. I think she'll really like it. There's a meaning behind it. Like everything about it, I love it. But I'm like, is this gonna set the base that every gift, and it hasn't been.
No.
But like I'm like, does every gift need to get?
Oh, I feel that.
Does it need to get more extravagant?
Yeah. I've fallen into that trap. I'm like every anniversary gets more, and then you end up at a point where like, does every fucking gift have to be $5,000?
No.
Because it starts out like $100 here. I get you.
Well, I mean,
AirPods,
Joe, you're
this and
buying
this.
your girl $8,000 bag just because she wants it on a Tuesday.
I'm just saying, I've thought about that before. Yes, because technically, like every year you're in a relationship, the gifts do. Maybe they're not supposed to, but they end up like, oh, our 5 year is gonna be a little bit bigger.
Well,
and 10 year,
inflation,
and then,
you know?
Well, I'm saying at some point you end up with like once you buy her a $80,000 wedding ring, like now is the next anniversary have to be an $80,000 piece of jewelry again? Because now I'm at that level.
That's insane. You
I know, but
crazy
that's just
person.
like I feel like I always have to keep going up.
That's on you. That's something
I
internal
feel like
with
if
you
I
that
get
you need to figure out.
No, but all right, I feel like if I get a girlfriend a Cartier bracelet on year 2, and then on year 3 I get them an Apple Watch, are they not like?
I got my
Did
Apple
I do something
Watch.
wrong this
no,
year?
I
Why did I not deserve another?
I got
like,
an
what did I
Apple-
do to get that last year?
I got an Apple Watch this year, and I loved it. I didn't question anything about it.
I don't think girls
I
think this
love
way.
it.
I'm saying
I
as a
walk more
guy,
now.
I think
yeah,
that
this is
way.
just stuff that goes on in our brain.
Yeah, like as a guy,
No,
I'm thinking like
then
I have to one up
that's
last year.
No, that's on you. That's something internal
I
that
know.
you need to figure out.
Yeah.
That's a very big
because
insecurity.
you can't just indefinitely get nicer
No.
gifts forever.
No.
Well, like, what if
you're-
one year you buy her a Bronco? Now next year you got to buy her Bronco Raptor.
I don't.
It just keeps going.
It doesn't work like that. Yo.
It might.
What does a girl mean when they say I'm mature for my age? You don't get the opportunity to pick inside the girl brain.
No, you don't.
I will also say I don't think I've ever heard a guy say that. Girls say this shit all the time,
Because
but I've
men
never heard a
aren't
guy be like, I'm
mature.
mature for my age.
Because men aren't mature. Because Max is 35 and he acts
Yeah.
like he's 27, and 27-year-olds
I
act
don't know
like
if that's
they're
a
12.
diss or a compliment.
You're mature.
worry.
Sometimes, don't worry. I just like, I'm not like, I don't act young. I don't act immature. Like I'm not going to be
But like,
silly and
what
goofy.
what do you do?
What if you're
in-
the only person that
What do you
says
do
that,
in your
though?
life that goes? This
I'm
is
not though.
like what do you do in your life that you go? Yeah, no, I'm more mature than other
It's
girls.
like how I handle the situation, how I handle myself, like what I'm doing. I'm not going out like drinking to the clubs. Like I'm not spending stupid money on drinks.
So
and, like,
going to the clubs
partying.
and drinking is immature.
I think so.
Okay.
I think like if I was 27 and like all my main focus was like partying, getting drunk, like doing all these things, like that's not my main focus. Like there's something wrong with you. Like at this age, I'm like, you should like be getting ready to like settle down. Like your mindset should be different. Like it shouldn't be so much about like chasing the party. It should be more
Damn, the
about like,
27-year-old girls that are going to the club tonight are going. What
and I
They're
would
fucking pissed.
And I mean, there's nothing wrong with like going to the club every once in a while.
Don't
But if that's
backtrack it.
No, but if it's something you're doing every day and every night, you just want to go out and go party and go drink and get drunk. Like you need to focus on bigger.
You're trying to fill a
bigger
void.
goals. Yeah.
Yeah.
The way I
We did
handle
it. We went out every fucking weekend for.
the way I handle
years?
situations. is
Now I try to
different.
get out of going out.
Yeah, you lied last night.
I did
You
not
did.
lie.
You did, because if you didn't actually feed him, you wouldn't have fucking stayed that long. You
When
would have been home immediately.
we went to
you would have
dinner-
turned around and went and fed the fucking dog.
What happened, Joe?
We went to dinner and then we wanted to go get a drink after, and Max was like, I don't know how late we can stay out. I forgot to feed dude. Bullshit. Totally lied about it. We caught him in this goddamn lie.
Dude, back me up. He's asleep.
He looks well fed to me.
But dude, I've been speaking of food, is like I never got on the whole DoorDash thing, and
I've been doing it a lot.
within the past 6 months. Now I know why people go into debt, and it's all because of
It
DoorDash.
is, dude. I frequently pay $35 for like a fucking Big Mac at 1 a.m.
Dude, okay, why don't we switch to some serious topics?
Let's go.
The world's imploding. I mean, how much time you got? Diddy, quiet on set.
I haven't seen that yet.
We haven't seen it either. Dan Schneider.
Who's Dan Schneider?
He was like he wrote
Not-
and
not to be
directed
Wasn't
confused.
everything.
Drake Bell? Wasn't Drake involved?
He was a victim.
He was a victim.
Yeah, but he got in trouble for
A long time
trying to
ago.
hook up with like a 15-year-old
15-year-old.
girl.
He didn't know she was 15.
That's what they all say.
If a 15-year-old messaged you now, you wouldn't know.
I would ask immediately how old they
No,
are.
yeah, but I at 16.
And they'd go 18. You're like, good enough for me.
As long as they say 18.
Here's the thing. That's what happened.
Joe,
she said she was
that-
18.
No, I'm saying like I can't. Well, I'm not the fucking cops. I can't be like send me a picture of your ID.
But when I was that age, I fucking lied about
If
my age all
I
the time.
wouldn't
You're
hook up.
part of the problem.
I know I am.
You shouldn't, at my age, be interested in an 18-year-old. But if a girl messaged me and was like, "Let's go on a date," and I'm like, "How old are you?" and she's like 19, and I'm like, "Okay, I'm cool with it." And then
Would
turns
you
out
go
she's
on a date with
15,
a
and I get
19-year-old?
no. But I'm saying if I get arrested for it, as long as I can prove like I
No. You would still.
So what? I'm liable
Yep,
to like
yep.
check their ID.
If they even if they had a fake ID, you would be in trouble. I'm like,
That's bullshit.
it is what it is.
Yeah, I used to lie about my age all
Okay,
the time.
all right.
Fake ID and
Well,
all.
there's girls that are 17 that look 25. What if they said they were 25?
That's literally what happened.
No, I
would-
know. Like,
was
all right, if that's what
16
happened
I
and that's
looked like I was
literally on me,
22.
like now I kind of am not cool with that. Now I think that's a problem.
Anyway,
Yeah.
Dan Schneider, not to confuse with Rob Schneider.
Yes.
Are they related?
Who are they?
No.
Who's that?
Rob Schneider? Rob, he's in the Hot Chick. He's
Adam
in like every
Sandler's
Adam
best friend.
Sandler.
Oh, him. Yes.
Yeah.
CCC.
So I mean, I don't even know. How do you even talk? Like, what do you even talk about of that situation? You're just like, yep,
I haven't
it's,
seen it yet, so
It's
I don't
bad.
know. Yeah.
Well,
I mean, it's like
He liked feet or something. Saw
so
that.
Dan Schneider was a director or producer from Nickelodeon, and then all the old shows there'd be
He
a lot of
wrote
like
all the scripts.
sexual stuff, and there's a lot of
Yeah.
like allegations or proof or whatever of him even doing
Is
things.
he still alive?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's making he has a YouTube channel sitting down with like another guy from Nickelodeon, like trying to deny everything.
Oh, he's denying it.
Yeah.
Have you
on
seen-
YouTube? It's on YouTube.
Have
Maybe
you
they're going
seen like
after
the
him.
old like Ariana Grande videos and stuff?
No.
Okay, so Ariana Grande before
She
she
was
was
Disney.
No, she was not.
Nick?
She was Nick.
before she was a
What show was on?
superstar.
Victorious. And Sam and Cat.
They would have scenes of her like it would be like doing random things, and she's like impossible things. Like I'm gonna try to like get water out of this like potato. She'd have a potato, and she'd be like, and like be like trying to like squeeze this potato like this.
On air?
And then
Yeah.
she goes, other things that are impossible, like a teenage girl can't drink water upside down laying off the bed. So she would lay on the bed with her head off the bed and like drinking, like pouring water all over her like face and neck. And the producers are kind of like,
And
you let
then-
this fly?
There's like a video of her and like kind of similar thing, and she's like, "I'm wet. I'm so wet." Like just like screaming. It was.
I was a big Nickelodeon kid.
Oh,
I
me
never
sure.
got
Me
into
too.
to Disney. I only watched Nickelodeon. That's upsetting if that's
like and him sitting in like the hot tub with Amanda.
Everything was feet. Everything.
Amanda Bynes,
There was feet, and there was
hot tub with Amanda Bynes.
Dan Schneider.
Dan Schneider. He's like a heavy set older guy, and he would
Like
like do
Harvey Weinstein.
yeah,
Kinda,
and he
yeah.
would like do just scenes like just in like he would do a scene where he's the director, but he's like a member in this scene, and he's like in the hot tub with like 16-year-old. I don't even know.
She wasn't even 16. She was like 12 at the
That's
time.
not good.
And then every scene was like every time that he would direct, there would be like feet, or there would be like goo of some sort, like going on someone. Like,
Wait, you're saying the whole slime thing was
it would just be like goo. It'd be like someone like
From
like
that?
attacks you with goo. It'd be like it would always be something like squirting on someone.
what color was the goo?
Sometimes it would be white.
No.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, and there's like feet all the time. They would like squirt.
the logo
there would
used
be
to
like
be
feet
feet.
and like squirting stuff
Yeah,
on
it used
feet.
to be Foot logo. And now I saw this morning. I don't know anything about this, but I saw this morning. It's fucking conspiracy stuff. That the new Nickelodeon logo is exactly
Epstein Island.
the footprint of Epstein Island from a satellite view. Like if you take a picture of the Epstein Island with its little dot on the side, it matches exactly the Nickelodeon logo. Probably not a real thing, but
You know how like when there's like older comedy movies and you're like, this wouldn't fly today, but like back then like
Yeah.
no one thought of it.
yeah.
Do you think like Dan Schneider's defense would be like, oh, like no one thought it was weird that there was like these kids were doing these things back then, but now
Nah, it's still weird.
It's so weird.
But like, why did no one say it back then? And I think it's still
I think
wrong
because it was
and weird.
the first of its kind. Like nobody had seen like
Who spoke
television
out?
like
who
that.
Who was the person that like blew the lid off?
I don't really know.
Oh, I know who she was. She was from Zoe 101. She was the brunette like best friend. I can't think of her name.
I thought that was Victoria's chick.
No, that's Victoria was on Zoe 101, but she had her own show, Victorious. But there was another girl. She actually got kicked off because like she tried speaking out on it. But she has a podcast, and she went on her podcast and like talked about everything they went through.
See, maybe I never picked up on it because I never watched any like the live action Nick stuff. I was like SpongeBob, Jimmy Neutron.
You didn't
I
watch
never,
like all that and all?
Nah.
What?
All that was iconic. Her name is Alexa Nicolas.
Oh.
Nicholas?
No,
I think I kind of watched iCarly, maybe. For a brief
That's the
period
show
of time.
you watched?
I think it would come on between shows that I liked, but I was like Hey Arnold and Cat Dog and stuff. I didn't really.
That explains a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I mean, I feel like the whole world is. I feel like justice is coming for all the shit that people did like a while ago that thought they got away with it. I mean, look.
Or did they do it? What did
Diddy did it.
Diddy,
What did
Diddy
Diddy
do it?
do?
Did he do it?
I don't know anything about. I know he's trying to like
Okay.
flee the country, but why?
Also, here's an intertwining thing.
Yeah.
Diddy, there's a skit on all that. I think that Dan Schneider directed. There's two kids. There's a guy like laying on a couch, and they prank him, and they pour like milk all
Yes.
over his face, and then they go out, and they're like, he's still not waking up, and then they go out to Diddy, who's laying in a like tanning chair, and then Diddy gives him a remote control helicopter to put in the kid's front of his pants, and they put the helicopter in his pants. And then they like turn the helicopter on as if it's a helicopter turning in his pants. Like it's just like weird stuff like that. You're like, why did
Diddy's a Nickelodeon?
he was on the scene and he said, go put
Okay,
this
what
helicopter
did he
in his
do?
pants. Okay.
Why is he getting in trouble?
Well, first he was married to Sierra, the singer, and there was like sexual SA allegations.
Was it Sierra?
And I think yeah.
How long ago was he
Cassie,
married?
yeah,
Cassie.
Cassie.
When did he marry her?
This is like a long time ago.
And the allegations
They
came
were-
out a long time
No,
ago?
no,
No,
she
no.
just recently came out. That's
No.
it.
You
They-
can't. No.
There's some R allegations.
R?
Yeah.
Rhymes with bathing ape. But
no. Maybe, but you took too long.
They broke up.
I have a fucking statute of limitations.
Okay, they
Oh
were
my
together.
God.
Okay, they were
You
together.
can't. No, you can't
Hey,
just be like,
wait,
I'm
can
not
y'all-
relevant
can y'all
anymore.
stop?
Let me get back in the
Let me
limelight.
say what I'm going
No.
to say. Stop talking. They were together for 10 years. They broke up in 2018, 2019.
Okay.
They had kids together. So
Okay.
she was with him for 10 years.
Okay.
And that's when that all happened. So they just recently broke up. And then she was going through divorce and all this stuff. And that's when she came out about all the things that he put her through.
okay, and then so that came out, and that was already like a
bombshell.
A bombshell. Like okay, now that wow, did he
Did he get in trouble for that, or it was just like an allegation?
I think he's still going through the
Okay.
legal of that, and
Yeah.
then on top of that, and I don't know the exact. Again, I get all my news from Twitter, guys. So Then on top of that, now there's allegations because Diddy's home got raided by the FBI.
I saw that.
Because now there's allegations that he like did like sex trafficking
With
and like
minors. I saw his neighbor was like yelling at them.
and it's like 50 Cent's old baby mama is is like friends with Diddy and is one of the like ringleaders in like she's one of the people.
So Diddy is Epstein, but less organized.
Yeah. But now
I
they're saying that
guess.
Jay-Z is part of it.
Nah, Jay-Z's not.
No.
Why you say?
I like Jay-Z. I feel like he's a good guy.
Well,
I don't know,
Jay-Z
but
and then like apparently
it's also with Beyonce. You
the-
don't fuck around if you're married to Beyonce.
What I think what happened
Like
is like
Jay-Z
this
won
happened.
the game of-
you do realize he was caught cheating. I know inside scoop on that whole entire marriage and relationship. He was caught cheating. Did you not ever see the fucking video of the elevator? Hello, Lemonade. The entire album is talking about how he fucking cheated on her.
I thought the whole elevator thing was he like punched her sister.
No, her sister punched him.
What's the elevator
Solange.
thing?
There's a video of Solange and Beyonce in the elevator, and Solange is going after Jay-Z because
Is this like a hit like a camera or like a music video?
Camera
No,
in the camera in the elevator, and Solange is going after Jay-Z and like hitting him because he cheated on Beyonce
And then she wrote
while she was pregnant.
and then she wrote an album talking about it.
Yeah, Lemonade.
So Jay-Z cheated on Beyonce.
That's
Beyonce
nuts.
forgave him and then wrote a whole diss track on an album dissing her
Yeah.
husband who
because
was
she's
in,
like, you're not gonna fuck up this relationship. She's like, everything you have is because of her.
that's a
Nah,
wild.
Sit down.
Hold on.
That's a-
no. Jay-Z is Jay-Z.
Jay-Z is Jay-Z, but
Jay-Z was famous before Beyonce was famous.
yes, I know.
Yeah.
I'm not a big Jay-Z guy.
I'm not
Neither
even.
am I, but he's still like one of the
No,
OGs
he
of
is.
rap,
I
like-
just don't listen to a lot of them.
Nah. He's in the wrong.
So Jay-Z's on this list.
Possibly.
Possibly.
It's been talked about, and then
This
they
is crazy that like Epstein did this with a bunch of white dudes, and they're like, hold our beer, watch this.
But
they're just
now-
sitting
But isn't it like it's like Diddy? Who is it? Who was?
there. 50 Cent on the list.
No, but
No, no.
Is there really a list?
But now there's allegations coming out that for a long time people say that Diddy is the one that put the hit out
Yeah, I
that
know
got
that.
Pac.
Yeah.
Okay. And now a lot of that is coming up. Do you know who Suge Knight is?
Yeah.
Suge Knight's in jail. He's still in jail.
He ran a dude over with his fucking Raptor.
Yeah, no, he's like a crazy person.
Yeah.
He was dude, Suge Knight was crazy. You ever see the NWA movie?
Mm-hmm.
You know Eazy died of AIDS? There's an interview of Suge Knight, like a legit, like on a talk show of Suge Knight going like saying like, he's like, you know, it's crazy. Like, you know, it's like what you can do. Did you know if you just take like a little vial of someone with AIDS and you inject it to someone, you can give them like the thing. Like he's like saying this, so people think that Suge Knight like injected Eazy-E with the AIDS virus. I don't. It's like his whole thing. But anyway,
Yeah.
Suge Knight apparently is like telling Diddy that like you better like watch your back, like in a way of like. 'Cause he's like, you're on my side kind of thing of like these people are gonna come for you for all the things like you've
Done.
done.
Eminem
No.
on that list?
No,
Just wait, dude. What if he was?
Eminem doesn't do anything.
What if he did?
but 50 Cent's making a whole like docu-series called
Diddy
Diddy
Do
Do It.
Yeah, 50 Cent's a fucking troll. 50 Cent's like the ultimate troll.
He's fucking funny.
That's all he does. I know, but like he
That's our
lives for
Houston.
this shit.
That's our Houston native.
Yeah. So I don't. That's all the information about.
I
the whole
thought there was
Diddy
something
thing.
about like Diddy was gay.
That did
That's
Meek
all,
Mill, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like hooking up with another rapper or something. like, under the covers.
the order of operations went
No pun
went
intended.
like allegations with Cassie,
yeah,
allegations hooking up with like Meek Mill,
nice.
then allegations of the sex trafficking.
All his dirty laundry's coming out.
That nah,
What are your thoughts on that?
I don't know. I feel like Diddy probably did some sketch shit, but not that. Maybe he did, but I don't know.
You know, I was telling Taylor, I was like,
It's hard to prove. That's my problem with this. Even the Cassie thing, cool, but unless she has video evidence, shut up.
Joe's about to get fucking.
No, because I'm saying there's nothing stopping. If right now your college girlfriend came out of fucking nowhere and was like, Max Tuning raped me in college, you can't do shit about that. Maybe you didn't. Maybe you did. We don't know. All we can do is sit here and say, well, maybe you did. There's nothing you can do about it.
I'm not going down this rabbit hole.
I'm just saying she can ruin your life and there's nothing because there's no evidence. There's no proof. There's no nothing. It's just her word against yours. And we live in a
Joe.
society right now where
Joe.
everyone has to believe everything.
I agree on some standpoint of what you're saying. But man, did you just fucking put your foot in your mouth?
What?
You're gonna. There is proof. There is evidence.
Okay, if there's evidence, I'm cool with it. But a lot of times there's not. A lot of these allegations, there's no fucking evidence. It is 8 years ago this happened to me and I was too scared to say something, so I'm going to say something now. But there's no evidence. We'll see. If Diddy gets convicted for that, then there's some evidence. But if it doesn't...
He settled a lawsuit. He settled
well,
it.
okay, but he might have settled it just to fucking stop the bleeding.
That's exactly what happened. And then more came out.
I could be innocent, but it could still be in my best interest to settle because otherwise I'm going to pay $1 billion in lawyer fees.
What caused all of this was Cassie. Cassie blew it up, and then people started discovering and picking at it and seeing all the shit that he has done, and it's all coming out now.
Okay. I'm not saying that she's in the wrong. I'm just saying this has happened a lot of times in the last 4 years, and it has ended up not being true.
Joe, I'm very aware.
I know.
But you also have to understand that if it's more than one person and there is evidence and there is proof, then what's to say he didn't do it?
I don't know.
A lot of people have a guilty conscience, and I'm not talking about that cool Eminem song. It's like let's say you did something and it just like eats away at you, and like every day you're like some people like confess to crimes because they're just like they can't live with like the conscience, right? Let's say that like someone can like get past like wrong things they've done. It's kind of wild, like even like the Diddy situation or whatever, but like people who do these like crimes and then 5, 10, 15 years goes by, and let's say that it's not even like they're just like they're a bad person, they fine with doing bad things and they don't like have a conscience about it, but like so they're just like living their whole life like normal, and then out of nowhere they're just like, and all the shit you did forever ago, we found out about it and you're done.
Yeah.
Like they got to be like, they have to like remember like, oh shit, I forgot I did all that.
That happened. Remember Aaron Hernandez, football player?
What did he do?
He killed a couple people.
Yeah, Eminem raps about him.
Yeah, so he killed a couple people, but so he did it before he got in the league, and he was from like a bad neighborhood, like grew up little gangbanger. So he had killed people while he was doing that. Then he ended up getting drafted to the Patriots.
Like killed people like for like
gang initiations and people didn't like and shit. But it was like years before. Then he turns into one of the best fucking players in the Patriots, making all this money and shit. Thought he got away with it, and then it came back to get him like 5 years into his career or whatever. But it's crazy because like by the time it caught up with him, he was like living in a giant house, totally changed his life. He's a good guy. He's not a good guy, but I'm just saying like he's like living life at a whole different level, and then it caught up with him while he's in the league.
So does that mean like those kind of cases, like is there just like an investigator that's like, I'm not giving up on this case?
Yeah.
And just
or sometimes like new evidence comes up, like something else. Someone finds a gun 3 years later and it ends up somewhere.
Or somebody finally speaks, somebody that was involved in it finally speaks and was like, let me spill everything to you to like pardon what I did and get away with what I did or lessen my sentence. And they spill everything. And that's what's happening with Diddy is somebody that like was in that inner circle.
I don't want to get in trouble.
Like that was in that inner circle. She was like, in order to lessen what I'm going through, let me tell you all the shit that actually happened.
Here's the only reason that I don't think Diddy did the underage stuff. Diddy was a billionaire.
So you're saying Diddy didn't do it?
And
no. I think on that.
Epstein wasn't a billionaire?
No. That's what I'm saying. He's not on Epstein's list. And I feel like if he was doing this shit, he would have been buddy with Epstein and like, I'm going to go hit up the other billionaire that's doing this shit.
That's two different timelines, one. And
no, I think he was doing this recently. The underage shit. That was the allegation. He was like, buses coming to his house.
Yes, but they're in two different realms of people.
I know. I'm just saying, I feel like they'd be connected.
Epstein's hanging out with fucking like royalty and governors and presidents
and some celebrities
and fucking some celebrities, and Diddy's hanging out with rappers and like people in the music
Justin
industry.
Bieber.
It's different. It's two different realms and worlds.
Were there any? We're getting real heated here. I actually don't think there were any African Americans on Epstein's list.
Okay,
I think they're all white people.
I don't know. I don't remember the list.
I saw the list, and I don't think there was a single.
What does that mean?
Maybe they were like a whites-only club on the Epstein side.
We're gonna get canceled.
No, that's not getting canceled. If anything, that's like a good thing. Like, white people are the fucking creepy, weird ones. Someone can fact check that, but I'm pretty sure.
I just think this whole year is like so much shit's happening. I mean, the freaking Francis Scott Key Bridge.
I saw that, yeah.
I mean,
and now that's a fucking conspiracy too, though.
Oh yeah.
Why does everything have to be a conspiracy?
Well, people are saying they're like,
we have nothing better to do.
They think that there were like dynamite charges on the thing, and everyone's like, no, those are just like the lights that are like breaking the electricity and popping.
Yeah.
When it goes down, but now people, dude, I see so much conspiracy. There was like a you know, like the Senate has all these meetings and stuff. Yeah. I'll see stuff on Twitter that like a guy behind someone who's about to speak, like they turn around and a guy like would have like his hands and it'd go like this or something and make some, and this is kind of like Diamond Dow's page upside down but like he would do like this for a second and someone would be like, what is, and then he would like move it. And like on Twitter, it's like, what was this hand symbol? Like what is he signaling to someone? It's like, what if he just randomly was putting his hands somewhere?
People are reaching.
I don't know. That bridge thing's gonna, I bet, cause some supply chain issues though, because they like shut down the port.
Yeah, it is.
And then now they said they're gonna rebuild it, but I'm like, that's gonna take.
They said it's gonna take 10 years.
That's nuts, because like I've seen a couple times in China where bridges have fallen and shit, and like in 7 days that shit's rebuilt. And
someone said there was a bridge that was 4 times longer than the Scott Key Bridge built in China in like 2 years.
Yeah, they're crazy over there. Our government's so stupid. Like,
can you imagine? I mean, these are like the lower end of like, obviously, you know, there's people missing and like the whole situation is terrible, but like the ramifications of what this happens, like even just like the traffic in the city is going to be, I mean, how much traffic moved on that bridge?
So this goes to just show how stupid our government is sometimes, maybe the caliber of employee that we put in these positions, but they were doing construction on 59 forever. It's a big freeway over here. There was an overpass and the bottom of it flooded. And I was sitting in traffic watching this. One of the workers put the pump in the flooded water and then ran the hose up to the top of the bridge off the side. And it was pumping the water to the top and then going back down the ditch into the same. And there was like 3 guys standing there just waiting for it to drain, and it's just going back in.
They don't
like,
see it.
This is why it takes 25 years to fucking add 1 lane.
Yeah, but I don't know what goes into building a bridge. I'm assuming a lot of work.
I just know we could probably do it faster.
Do you think they're going to replicate the last bridge or make it like a really fancy bridge?
Better.
Do they make it like just a normal bridge? Do you make it like some extravagant bridge?
That is, I know it's a huge ship, but also like I feel like I guess maybe it's too big. Maybe they can't. I feel like the bridge should be able to like withstand a bump from a big ship. Like I feel like that's like one of the key requirements is like redundant support. So if one of them gets hit, the other ones can.
Well, what they're saying is that on
I know that's a really old bridge,
on most bridges, there's, I forgot what they call it, but there's almost like an extra layer of like almost like a peninsula, like an island that's built like around the base that extends out 20 feet on the whole side of it that like would take the blunt of if something hit it substantially more.
I know that ship was huge. Like that was not the normal. But yeah, I just feel like there should be like extra, because there's big bridges like that in Galveston. And I would never think that if a ship bumped it, it was going to take the fucking bridge down.
It is crazy that I think the bridges have been there for 75 years. I mean, hopefully it never happens, but it's wild that just one ship hitting it, like it wasn't like the ship was going full speed directly into it, intentional.
It was going like 8 miles an hour when it hit it. It's
80?
fast. 8.
Oh.
But that's, I mean, for an object that big, that's fast.
Yeah. But it's wild that like one hit from a ship, which I'm assuming it's like, what do you expect the thing to be made of? And steel? What is this chair made of? Like it's crazy that like one boat can just hit it and the entire bridge goes down.
Well, I saw, maybe this isn't even true, I don't know, internet stuff.
No matter what, they have to rebuild it.
But I was lucky because the bridge was under construction. So it was already shut down to 1 lane, I guess.
Yeah, and then they made a call
it. Shut that lane down too. So like it could have been way worse. Like, that would have been midday with thousands of cars on there. Like holy shit.
Yeah.
They kind of got lucky that it happened when it happened. And it was like at 3 a.m. or something, so it wasn't really in traffic anyways.
It was like 5 a.m.
The fact that there's only like 6 casualties, I think.
Well, they don't the car. A lot of cars are like stuck under the debris in the water, and and they're saying like,
well, there's 6 missing people.
Yeah.
There's 6 people they don't know where they are. So I'm assuming
and they're saying that divers can't go down right now because if they move anything, everything's going to shift down. So I mean, it's just a terrible situation.
I mean, it's crazy that only like I know that's not.
Yeah.
Like,
no.
I would have thought when it initially happened, I thought it was gonna be hundreds. Like I was like, holy shit, this is.
Man,
and even then that thing happened in Russia too. That was fucking bad.
Oh yeah.
The shooting.
That was like a terrorist.
Yeah, it was like 140 people died. That was crazy.
The 2024.
That's a conspiracy too.
I've heard that as well. I mean, I hope nothing else bad happens in 2024, but I feel like everyone's getting numb to just like ridiculous shit happening.
I did see, I don't know where they pull this shit from because they're always wrong, but I did see that the National Hurricane Association is predicting that 2024 will be the worst hurricane season on record for the Houston area.
Damn it, dude.
They said that it was like us and Louisiana are like 5 times more likely to get hit with a bad hurricane this year. I don't know because the wind's blowing us. I don't know how they like look at it 6 months ahead of time.
It's definitely because the wind's blowing.
Max hasn't experienced a Houston hurricane yet.
Apparently, we're supposed to get one this year.
They said that last year too.
That's what everyone said. Is like y'all said last year was gonna be the worst, and it was. But last year was bad though. There was like fucking 30-something storms last year.
We didn't get a hurricane.
No. They're saying this year's gonna be even worse. I don't know where they're getting that number from, but.
And to confirm for this crazy stuff happening in 2024, it is guaranteed happening. It's Trump versus Biden.
Yes, sir.
Like, there's no way it's not going to be just them.
And RFK, he's getting on the ballots.
Who's that?
Robert Kennedy, the dude with the voice that's kind of hard to listen to, but
what does his voice sound like?
I can't even do it. It's like missing his voice. You know how people like the little voice box thing? Not quite that far, but like kind of.
Well, did he have like
I don't know if he had like lung cancer or something. I'm sure he had some. It's not, I don't think it's natural.
Is he related to Robert Kennedy?
Yeah.
He's the great grandson or nephew or something. I think his I don't know. I think his mom was, I don't know. I think he's two lines down.
Wouldn't he stand like a good chance if like he's in the...
Nah, the whole Kennedy family didn't like him.
Oh.
They actually just...
But people like Kennedy.
Yesterday. No, I know, but basically they're trying to paint him as like the villain because he didn't like conform, and he's not running as a Democrat. He is a Democrat, but he's running as a libertarian, I think, because there's the only way to get on the ticket because Biden already had the Democratic nomination.
Has it historically been like always a Democrat or Republican have won? It's never been. But I think someone else could win.
I think there's been one third party win ever. I don't remember who it was though, but it's a long time ago. But I think there has been one president that was a third party candidate. Now Biden just posted like yesterday all the Kennedy family at his White House meeting.
Is that good or bad?
Bad for Robert because his entire Kennedy family posed with Biden and like we're supporting Biden.
Oh,
like, Robert's
they don't even
Kennedy.
want their family member.
No, they don't like him.
Okay, so who's gonna win?
Right now, assuming nothing happens,
what would happen to change it?
Dude, with Trump, you don't know. My man could drop the M-bomb in a fucking press conference or something. Like I feel
I
like
did not
some crazy
mean that.
Shit. Yeah, like
I did not mean that.
If he doesn't say anything stupid and Biden continues to fuck everything up, Trump wins easy.
You're confident? Would you?
I think right now, yeah, Trump is leading in every poll right now.
Really?
Yeah. I'm not even gonna say like I'm a Trump guy. I just think as long as Trump doesn't say anything stupid. The other thing is there's like debates. At the moment, Biden won't debate Trump, which will be weird because I don't think there's ever been a race where there hasn't been debates. I don't think there's going to be presidential debates this time. Like I don't think there's going to be any debates.
Because he can't speak.
I think Robert and Trump might do a debate, but Biden won't.
I'm assuming that 100% of Trump supporters are voting for Trump. How many people who voted for Biden do you think? What do you think the percentage of people who voted for Biden? No. That are going to now be like, I don't like the outcome of what I thought this president was going to do.
I bet like 10%.
And I'm switching to Trump.
Yeah.
Like 10%. A decent amount. I know a lot of people that voted for Biden that hate Trump that are now saying they're going to vote for Trump. Because even if you hated him, we were in a much better spot under him than we are now.
Yeah.
What are the three top things?
But more importantly, though, a lot of people are going to Robert. Like Robert has a pretty good sized base. So,
but like
he's pulling
in comparison
more,
to Trump and Biden.
No. But the issue is he's taking votes away from both of them. He's taking more votes from Biden than he is Trump.
Yeah.
So if Robert gets 5 million votes, that's 5 million people that would have voted for Biden. So that's why the Democrats hate Robert right now because like he's going to hand Trump the election.
I thought the elections. I thought it was always just between two people in the final round.
Typically, a third party doesn't make it that far,
Yeah.
but like Robert's got enough because you have to get on the ballots. You have to get enough votes in each state to actually get on the ballot, and that typically doesn't happen with a third party.
When do we know if Robert's in or out?
He's in?
Oh,
He's in some states, so he has to qualify in each state. So he's already in like 5
so
states.
in November it'll be like, and the winner between
I don't know
Biden.
if he's on the ballot
How do you
in
feel?
Texas.
How do you feel about Colorado saying that Trump isn't going to be on the ballot?
They already undid that.
No, I know, but how did it make you feel?
I mean,
What do you think about it?
It's stupid. That's the whole point of democracy is let the people decide. You can't just fucking, we're going to do. Honestly, all the shit they're trying to do to Trump right now, just like it's helping them. People are getting behind them.
Do you think the economy will improve with Trump back in office if he becomes our president?
I think the economy will improve with anybody besides Biden in office. Anyone. I think anyone could run and make the economy better. Because people are scared right now. And then you have all this shit in New York with Trump, and it's like this is just scaring people in New York.
If you look at just facts of the state of the world economy, United States, everything, GDP, do you think that the people who are Biden supporters would like if you're like, here's the facts of what has changed or happened, are there still people that would go, no, that's good?
Yeah, no, they're still. I get a DM from somebody on Instagram once a day. It says, vote Biden. Like, that's just what he sends me every day. That there's people that will they will die on this fucking hill if they don't care.
They'll deny that it was Biden had anything to do with it. They'll say that it was all because of what happened beforehand, and it was all Trump's fault.
Do you think it could have been any president that's in office? Like, do you think if Trump had got a second term, and it wasn't Biden, do you think it would be drastically different?
Yeah.
Yes.
Really?
The whole border crisis, that's 100% Biden.
You think the wall would be up?
Even if it wasn't. We were at the lowest immigration of all time under Trump. Not all time, but
our
close.
economy was great. We were
not even that.
But I'm saying, do you think just the time it would have
no,
it wouldn't have mattered?
No, because Biden literally signed executive orders to undo everything Trump did and open up the border. He literally decided to do that. That was not it was going to happen either way. Pulling out of Afghanistan again, he decided to do it the way he did.
That was a month into him being president.
That's what he decided. Well, not him. I don't think he's deciding anything, but someone is just pulling the strings. Decided to do all these things.
Yeah.
I mean,
and
now you have the other crazy thing to see right now is we've never had political interference like what we're having right now. With all these states going after Trump to try to get him off the ballot. It's like we've never had presidential candidates being attacked by the president's people.
Why is that happening?
Because they want him off the ballots. They're going to try to bankrupt him. They're going to try to get him off as many ballots as they can. If he's a felon, he can't run. So they're trying everything they can to get him off the ballots.
Do you think it'll work?
No. And that's what I'm saying. It's you're pissing people off and you're rallying people behind Trump even more because now they're we see what you're trying to do. You can't. The thing he's got in trouble for in New York, every businessman in New York has fucking done that.
What did he get in trouble for in New York?
He overvalued. So when you go to get a loan tomorrow, if you go to the bank and say, hey, I need a $10 million loan for sour strips, and they're going to ask you, well, okay, maybe not for sour strips, but they're going to ask you, what do you have to collateralize against the loan? And you say, okay, I have a house. I think my house is worth 1.5. It says in the form you fill out, you fill out what your assets are worth. The bank is the ones that decide, okay, he's lying or he's not. We got to double check this and stuff. You're supposed to keep it within a certain realm. The issue is that Trump said that Mar-a-Lago was valued at $1.5 billion. It's probably worth more
Is Mar-a-Lago's house?
It's the big Florida estate with the golf course, hotel, all kinds of shit.
Okay.
It's probably worth more $500 million. But the bank didn't check it. They didn't care, and they gave them the loan, and then they got paid back, and they got all their money back. And now the DA, Attorney General of New York, went after him for it, said it was fraud because he overvalued. He lied about something to get a loan that he probably shouldn't have, and now.
Yeah, but on the form, is it just what do you
it says
what do you think?
It's do your own research kind of thing. But the issue here is the bank didn't ever say anything was wrong with it.
They gave due diligence.
Well, even if they did, they don't care. The whole point of that form is to get the bank to give you the loan, and then the bank got paid back. They even asked the bank, are we all hurt by this at all? And they said no. We've done it again. But it's this weird gray area in the law. But the issue is what they just did to him. Every fucking owner in New York has done that. Because now you're saying that if you didn't hire someone to come do that fucking appraisal and you put anything on that form, now technically they can come after you. And that is every Fortune 500 company owner in fucking New York.
Does Trump just have 35 lawsuits against him at any given time?
Right now he does, yeah.
What the fuck?
And that's what people so the left will say look how many lawsuits he has. He's obviously a bad guy if he's getting this much trouble.
But
then on the right, they're it's
from.
Convenient. All this is happening from leftist fucking DAs and judges in areas where they don't like Trump anyway. It's too convenient.
You have to see where all the lawsuits are coming from, and they're all coming from people who don't want Trump in office.
It doesn't. It's not even I'm a Trump. It's just if anyone looks at this, no one that looks at it that's not purple haired and fucking screaming at the top of their lungs about LGBT. No one outside of that group is looking at this and yes, this is right. We should do this. This is shit that happens in Russia. When someone runs against Vladimir Putin and all of a sudden they have a lawsuit for something where they just die randomly. That's something that happens over there. This doesn't happen in the U.S. This is the first time this is happening.
Finger across neck.
You had states were taking him off the ballot. Colorado was yeah, we're taking off the ballot. Because they changed the law that then included him in some law.
And the state just decides that the people can't it's not the people vote.
Supreme Court came in and said you can't fucking do that, and they undid it. But yeah, 8 states were yeah, we're just gonna take him off the ballot. You can't vote for him.
So you can either not vote or only vote for.
Yeah, he wouldn't be on the ballot, so you can't vote for him.
You can only vote for the other two or not vote at all.
Pretty much.
Yeah, that doesn't seem fair.
It's Kanye West was on. It's Kanye West is running for president.
Dude.
So
they will do anything they can to get rid of him. But now they're going after RFK. RFK is going to get. I think something's going to happen. They're doing everything they can to try to get him off ballots because they know he's going to pull votes for Biden.
Yikes, Aroni, guys.
It's like how Sour Strips is pulling shelf space from everyone else.
Politics, dude. It's going to be. As much as people were oh, we don't care about politics. The next 5 months are a lot of politics, whether you like it or not. Every ad you see on YouTube is going to be fucking politics.
This is giving me like 2020 all over again.
It is. That's going to be every election from now on.
So, Joe, you're a trumpet?
On this election, I don't hate RFK. I'm not going to lie to you. I just don't think he can win, so it doesn't really matter. So, yes, on this election, I'm going Trump. I hate Biden more than anything in the world.
I think everyone can tell.
Biden
but a fellow Joe?
Biden is terrible.
Joe hates his name.
Actual terrible. Joe. Yeah. He makes Joes look bad all over the world, dude. I would take any... I might hate Kamala more than I hate Joe. And I hate Pelosi the most.
Because she wins all the stocks.
Yeah.
Okay.
And Crenshaw. I don't like Crenshaw either. He's a fucking little
all right.
sellout.
We're ending this pod, but Joe, I want the final things to say. I want you to say the two biggest things that are worse because of your opinion on Joe Biden.
Worse because of him or worse on my opinion on him?
Just, do you think the two things he's done that has messed the country up the most?
I'm not going to say he did it, but bail reform and easy on crime, which is his DAs and his appointed people that are doing it and the people that he's caving to, he could stop that shit. And the border. Especially being here in Texas, like we literally see the problems with the border.
How do you have so
day.
much? How do you have so much time to like know all of this stuff?
You just listen to the news.
You can just walk around. Literally, my issue with Houston, and I'm like, Houston's going downhill. It's not because of him. Like crime is not going up because we have a great fucking leader in the house.
It's nationwide.
Nationwide is on your side, and that is where we are going to wrap this episode up. I had someone comment that said, wow, you went from Dane Cook to just interviewing Joe over and over again. What a downward spiral this podcast is going. And I say, you know what? You're right.
Yeah. I want to throw shade at Dane Cook, but I'm pretty sure I get more views on YouTube than he does. So
I am not to throw shade at you, but I'm sure that Dane Cook is light years funnier than you.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. I don't think he's as famous as people think he is, though.
I think Dane Cook is, of this generation, I think that he is underappreciated for how much he did in the comedic space and how like iconic he is.
Who is the funniest person, in your opinion, alive right now?
Max tuning himself.
No, I think he's going to go Jim Carrey.
But see, honestly, I really do think that Dane Cook is actually one of the funniest people.
He's funnier than Jim Carrey.
But Jim Carrey, I've never like watched Jim Carrey stand up. I've watched Jim Carrey be funny in movies.
Just in life.
He's a character. We're like, Dane Cook's not playing a character. Dane Cook is just Dane Cook.
I would say the top funniest people would be Jim Carrey, Dane Cook, Will Ferrell, and Adam Sandler. But
I think Will Ferrell's fucking hilarious.
Will Ferrell is.
But he's like you either love him or hate him kind of guy.
You know what I was wondering?
You know who's really fucking funny?
Me.
No, bro, Theo Vaughn is funny as shit. I mean, he's an idiot, and I think that's why he's funny, but like he's ridiculously
He gives
funny.
me like new age Larry the Cable Guy.
I appreciate he
vibes.
says shit that should get him canceled on a daily basis, but I think because he's so country and like it's like people give him a pass.
They think he's like a
don't know.
redneck.
Yeah, like he gets away with it because like
you know what? I actually
He's like Larry the Cable Guy.
I want to say something on this actually because I've watched a handful of Theo. I do think he's a very funny individual, and I haven't watched a ton of his content, but I'm very aware of who he is. A very funny guy. But when I watch the type of comedy that he does, it's kind of like someone says something and he has like some like really dumb reply back to it, right?
That's you.
Hold that thought. And so everyone's like, oh my God, like it's so funny, right? And like I have to hold myself back from having a reply to every single thing anyone says because I have like these dumb comments that aren't actually like the intellectual way that I think. It's just, this is a really dumb like reply that I think is a funny thing to say to this that is more to get a funny reaction than actually like my mind.
Trying that.
But
can I tell you?
But hold on. But this is where I'm saying like, I'm like, that's people call me a fucking idiot, and I'm like, I'm just doing the same type of comedy that someone like Taylor Kessler.
Can I tell you why?
Future mistuning.
Yes, why it works for him and doesn't work for you
is he has a mullet.
Yeah, he's like he comes.
She goes, yeah.
But like his entire branding, who he is, and like what he shows to the world and the internet, is that like he is not a put together, clean cut like he's unserious in his brand and who he is.
Yeah, he's also not doing little comebacks.
But
you would say something like a pun on something I said. And be like, haha. Theo Vaughn told somebody with Down syndrome that if he drank too much scotch, he might also have Down syndrome. That is insane to say on a
but, like,
podcast.
Yeah,
that
but
is hilarious, but insane to say.
There's some crazy shit I want to say, but I haven't classified
Well,
myself
maybe you should.
in society
Maybe the podcast would be way funnier.
enough of a comedian, because when you're a comedian, you can say whatever. There's shit that I want to say that would end my whole life, but would be really, really funny. And I just think
Maybe
it, and
you
I have
should
to
say
hold
it.
it back.
Look how big
No.
Theo Vaughn is.
Stop. No.
It's working.
But
If
your brand-
If I could have no filter, I would melt people's world with the shit that I would say.
But your brand and his brand are two polar opposites. Like, you are not a Theo Vaughn. Like, you do.
I would love to sit down with Theo Vaughn.
I think it would be so funny together. But like y'all are the same. It's like same word, different font.
Did you see his episode with Drewski?
No.
I laughed harder than I've ever laughed at a podcast. I'm not even like, I don't watch podcasts, but I was dying laughing at that podcast. He's so dumb, but it's just so good though.
I listened to him talk about some girl that he saw on TSA. He was on my For You page.
Oh yeah.
And he's like,
Swim upstream in the bags.
yeah,
Samsonite.
yeah.
You know, I was gonna say I want to sit down and talk with a comedian and show you what two funny people, but I did that with Dane Cook, but that was more of an interview. I want to sit down with a comedian, and not like in a competitive way, but I want to sit down and be like, let's just get dumb. Let's get
but
dumb.
Dan-
That's what he does, and it works really well.
But
I don't ever have the opportunity. I have to sit down with people like you, Joe. I don't have the
You
opportunity.
need people too, though, because what he does really well on his podcast is he has like guys that pull up videos and stuff. So there's a lot more context on what's going
Yeah.
on instead of just like we're recalling from memory.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of like last week I did this and it shows a video and then they're commenting about whatever that was.
I also want to say, like, Dane Cook told you that you were funny and you should try stand up, and you just don't listen to him. Dane Cook literally told you this.
Yeah, that's true.
They give like dad jokes.
No, I think I'm funny.
I mean, dad jokes can be funny too.
No. Listen, I think this is how I categorize funny people. Okay.
Yeah.
You either are funny, you're not funny, or you try to be funny. I think there's like it's hard. Like, some people just are not funny. Like, there's people that like there's people who are funny, not funny, and then like will sometimes just say funny things.
But what am I in?
Yeah.
Say it.
You
Say it with your chest.
you are funny. But you are funny.
All right.
But you don't see it, Joe. You don't get to see my silly side. I don't
Silly
like
side?
you. I don't like you enough.
Do you honestly think that I'm funny?
I think, yeah, you're a fun guy.
If it's
He's a mushroom?
I'm a mushroom.
Yeah, you're a mushroom.
Like, when I meet, there's only been a handful of
You're
people-
very outgoing.
There's people that I've met.
Matt's
it's
funny.
It's hard for me to say
Matt's funny.
this is a funny individual. Like, your cousin Matt is funny.
I think Matt's funnier than you. I think you're more outgoing. I think you deliver shit better, but I think Matt just says funnier shit.
Matt, the
but
thing is,
because
Matt
Matt
says
plays
off
on that dumb shit. Like, Matt plays that
Do
like
funny people
dumb
get
fucking
upset if someone
response.
says that someone's funnier than someone else?
Yeah, Matt says off the wall shit that, like, he doesn't have a filter.
Yeah.
And he doesn't think about it. He just says what comes to his brain, where you're like, I shouldn't say that, so I'm not going to say it. But Matt also, like, again, isn't as serious of a guy as you are.
All right, well, I'll leave it on this, guys. One day, if I ever stop doing all these businesses and I just have so much money in the bank that I can just set millions of dollars on fire. I'm talking Oprah money, okay?
Yeah.
Just know at that moment, filter's coming off.
We're getting
And
canceled.
I am gonna
Max
go.
is like, when I have $100 million, I can be racist.
That's not
That's basically what you're saying.
No, I'm saying that I will go no filter, and I will make everyone in the world pee their pants.
You're gonna get an island with a bunker and then go into your bunker and then give
Remember
a
how we
stand-up
talked
show
about
from in there.
my handbags are then going to become my investment pieces. I'm
Yeah.
going to have to sell them.
Tell them to get out of this. Yeah. All right. Well,
That is going to wrap up this episode. Once again, we got into politics. People love that.
we didn't get into politics. We brushed on it.
You said
I
how much
need
you hate Joe Biden.
Clarity. Yeah, that's everyone hates Joe Biden, dude. Everyone watching this right now does not like Joe Biden. You could say you do, you don't. You might hate
Joe,
Trump more, but you still hate Joe Biden.
Joe, you're going to get flamed in these comments.
No, I won't. I promise you.
No, there's going to be people that support you, and then there's going to be people. There's always no Joe. Trust me. There's always that one person that just fucking roasts Joe's
you're
ass.
lying to yourself if you think that Joe Biden's a good president. You might think Trump was worse. I'll accept that, but you don't think Joe Biden's good.
If you could have anybody else, you wouldn't want Joe Biden.
That's what I'm saying. Like, people that are
I
like,
agree.
we love Joe. Like, no, you don't. You just hate Trump more.
Yeah,
There's a difference.
Your hatred for Trump is why you like Joe.
I think that
Do you think
no
The
one
Rock,
can argue with
Do you
that.
think The Rock would be a good president?
anyone would be better than my 90-year-old grandmother would be better than Joe
Rock
Biden.
would be a better president.
Yes.
A literal rock.
Anyone.
You think I'm joking?
Anyone that can walk downstairs would be a better fucking option. Anyone.
It's wild that like everyone can just like make fun of like an old man.
No one did this before. That's the problem. The entire world is making fun of us because of him. Everyone. Haiti.
We're the laughing stock of the world.
Haiti is in crisis, burning to the ground. I bet people in Haiti are still making fun of us. Everyone.
New episodes every Monday, 9 a.m. Eastern time, unless you don't get one. Make sure if you're on YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell. If you're on any sort of podcast streaming service, give us a 5-star review. Don't know what it does, but I think it helps. Thank you so much for tuning in. Eat more sour strips, never Ford.
Woof.
Goodbye.
Whew.
That was a good one, I think.
We're going to run this back next week.
Yeah, I think we should be like funnier though, you know?
It got real serious.
Give me $100 million. I'll be a lot funnier.
Damn it.